man, stop standing up on top of the stairs with a robe on. Put some underwear on, man. Hey, take 30 minutes to go put some deodorant on there. Get ahead of me.
When it told me,
Yeah,
y'all ready to catch up?
like standing on top of the stairs. I'm just like, gotta up the robe shot or whatever. I'm just like, Lord, do I owe you money there?
Hey, Hugh, would you please return to the master bedroom of the mansion
Goodness,
and dress yourself?
put some underwear on for me. Gracious.
I'm gonna call about this tree. Ooh. I'm coming. Coming. Butt crack plumbing. I'm looking for the tree service. Yeah, that's what I meant. Timber tree service. I was seeing if you could come look at a tree for me next week. I could squeeze you in, man. I think I can squeeze you in.
Don't get fooled like Peyton and call just anyone. You need a name you can trust. Call Buckeye Preferred Services. They are insured with over 35 years experience in custom tree felling, crown reduction, whole tree removal, as well as stump grinding and cleanup. They are cutting out your problems one limb at a time, serving the greater Middle Georgia area and beyond. You can find their Facebook in the description and call them at 478-484-2178 or 478-278-5574.
Well, hello. Here we go, round 15 of episode 31.
Very true.
We have been in shambles for the last week.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
cannot get it going. I almost lost my temper Monday and punched my laptop, my old one. And just not our finest moment, not my finest moment, but here we are, ready to give you the content that you deserve and that you love and that you've been fiending for. We're here to enable you today. We got it for you, and we are going to give you the best of what we got. Obviously, we have the new command center here rocking. You want to do something funny and a little nerd out for you? So my computer, when you have like a Windows computer and you set it up for the first time, they want you to give it, you can name it. You can name the computer, right? Of course. So my big gaming desktop, 2 monitors and all that at the house, it's named Cortana, which is the AI from Halo. Yeah. And then this one is named Jarvis. This one's named Jarvis, which is Tony Stark. That's it. Did you know?
Man.
He didn't either. He's just repeating.
No, I know. He's catching it coming out. Yeah. He did pretty well, though.
He did. It was like,
I almost jumped a half a second too soon and said, Carvana.
Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. We finally got you back out here. We're a week off, but we are back on schedule. We've got it going on. Appreciate everybody who kind of left comments on the last 2 little videos we made, little funny ones, and watched those and liked those. Appreciate all that. And here we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. We are excited to be back. If you haven't already, please like the video, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. Cuss us out, if you've missed us, whatever. We appreciate all the comments and all the support. And we're just glad to be here again. And as Brian's talking about stuff that he knows nothing about, Cortana and Jarvis and things like that, and Windows computers and nicknames and all that kind of junk. I also had to talk about something that I know nothing about. When we first tried to do this episode, Derick comes to me and says, "Hey, I need you to come outside and look at dead serious. I need you to come outside and look at something for me." And I was like, all right. So he brings me outside
The basement door.
outside the basement door, out the back. You know what I mean? And like shows me a a piece of dirt, and he was like, "You think that's a deer track?" And I was like, I have zero clue. I don't know what a deer track looks like. You know what I mean? That could be a child track. You know, maybe a damn like velociraptor track. I don't know. You know what I mean? Lord have mercy. But yeah, he dead serious. Man, you think that's a deer track? I think there's deer in the backyard. And I was like, yep, yeah, pretty much got to be. You know, that or a T-Rex. You know,
I figured that you had
it's a bad
seen
decision.
a deer track before. It looked like one to me. Brian obviously is all knowing about things, just like the laptop. So I figured between the two of you, I could get, two more to co-sign with me and say, yeah, that is a deer track, which is odd to me that he could
I
have
mean,
gotten up here to
listen,
the house.
I'll co-sign with you. That's 100% a deer track.
I signed before I even looked at the rate.
Yeah.
I think that,
I'm with you.
well, we probably need to get the input of a professional, one of our viewers that watches.
Craig.
Yeah, he would be a good one because I know he hunts often. So
Go ahead, Craig.
So if you'll flash the picture up and then let
Definitely a deer track.
let Craig say, and I think it is too. It's just wild to think that it was right outside the door there.
Yeah, because that's crazy. There's some woods right there. Where in the world did it come
You know
from?
what I mean?
That
Why?
fence.
Why would it be?
And
that?
that's what and that's what you said too. You know,
the
he's
fence
like,
back there, the neighbor's fence is about 12 foot tall, but it's got one opening where a tree fell through it. But
where do y'all think it came from?
Don't deers get hit on the interstate?
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm sure deer can get wherever they want to.
maybe it's trying to look in the back window back here. I don't know.
it might. I might have been playing Madden
At the door.
Don't you want to tint that back window?
Yeah,
Like tint it out, or you want to just break it?
Easy now.
come
Oh,
on.
my bad.
We just put a trash bag over it.
You willing to come off of a trash bag?
Well,
That's
what
great.
a big one.
You know, yeah, you'd have to do a
Definitely
black,
big.
like lawn trash bag. You know what I mean?
That's
That's high. That's
Yeah.
high.
Ooh, that's high now. That's high as a cat's back.
Maybe great value.
Yeah, we have to see. We may
Not no
rethink
brand.
that one. You know what I mean? We have to color in some paper towels or something. Kind of stick
No,
down there.
I don't even know if he's gonna give it paper towel. Hey, deer can
Get some
talk
sacks
too,
and
though.
seconds.
Deer can talk.
That's not a segue. We can't be like, oh, you
It
trash
is.
bags and paper towels.
So
And,
are
deer
you
can talk.
Are you going to tell us that one was talking at the door?
No, not
That's
it.
how Brian knows it's a deer track. I saw him last night.
He already talked to
Hey,
him.
Chopping it up. You know what I'm saying?
trying to teach him how to play Madden through the window. So back probably
Over
8
5
years
years
ago. Over 5 years ago. So
it's going to be a good
we're
start.
talking about
At the time, you were making very poor decisions.
BR. This is
Sure.
This is Brian BR before recovery.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Anything over like Brian over 5 years, just like take with a grain of salt. You know what I mean?
Well, you can take it. You can take it with a whole shaker. But
Yeah.
listen, I was trying to get from Athens to Snellville one night, early
Okay.
morning.
How far is that?
An hour.
I have no idea.
It's an hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was an hour trip,
Yep.
mainly highway, dirt road.
Yeah, there's a main road, Highway 78 that'll take you there.
Yeah.
And it's 2-lane.
None of that.
It's 2-lane.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
it would almost be like
Yeah.
a 441
Sure,
to put
sure,
it in
sure.
to put it in your location.
Now, for those who don't know,
441.
the highway here.
2 lanes. All right, so
All right. So
I have this combination
let's
of
get
stuff
serious about the talking to the
yeah, because I want you to
just reel
know.
this back in.
I want you to know. You
Sure,
heard it here
absolutely,
first.
yes.
Deer can talk.
Absolutely.
I was on a combination of substances. I believe there were 5 as I counted. And
5 deer, 5
substances.
It's amazing, like the
It was a
credibility
mixture.
that he starts off with the story. He's like, things like, oh, this could be good, and it's just like, oh, what?
The
No,
saddest
no,
part is
wait a minute.
I'm sitting here and I'm really trying to capture this. I'm trying to follow you.
I'm gonna take you there.
5 substances and deer talk. Okay.
I am.
I think anybody talks on 5
I'm on one, bro, and I'm driving.
Sure.
And it's a back road, so I'm definitely not going 78, okay, on the highway. I'm going back roads, and there's,
You're not going 78 on 78?
no, I'm doing like 35 on 32. And so
Gotcha,
there's
gotcha.
like woods and all this, right? So I'm driving, man. windows are
Laid
down.
back, dude. Mind on your money on your money.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I've
50
been to
cents.
substances before. I know where you at.
50 cents on the radio, man, humping that song, I'm about to die tonight. And I'm like, yeah, I rode through the hills, singing. And I'm driving, bro, and I see something out of my peripheral. I look over there, man, and it's a deer running with me. I mean, 35 miles an hour. And I was like, and I look back at him again, and he's moving galloping like a horse, man. And I'm like, and it looks over at me, and it looks back at the road, and it looks over at me. What are you looking up at? How fast a deer can run?
How fast a deer can run?
Guarantee you.
This says reindeer can do 35 to 40.
It was not a reindeer. This was a real deer.
Says a regular speed of the deer depends on speed. Most deer can run at speeds of 35 to 40 miles an hour. So
I'll rest my case, Your Honor.
Okay.
Obviously,
And I did not look that up. So it means that the story is valid.
Your credibility just shot through the roof. We're way back up here.
Carry on, and we'll see how valid.
So it looks at me, and it looks back at the road, because I'm sure it knows that on that road there's some speed limit signs, and it's not trying to smack one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it looks back at me for the second time, and I'm looking at it, and it says, "You gonna let me pass?" Dude, that deer said, I have always maintained that's exactly what it said. "You gonna let me pass?" That's how it talked. And I was like, and I started slowing down.
Okay.
And when I got slow enough for it to feel safe enough to dart, because it was trying to get to the other side.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what
that's what he was telling.
Yeah. Let me pass and slow down so I can pass.
Right.
And so he darted across my car.
In front of your car?
Yeah, in front.
Okay.
And I was like, that deer just talked to me.
Did you chunk him to deuces? Or
No.
Did he say thank you?
Nope.
Be safe.
Nothing. Just
there's a pile of corn out there in the woods.
He didn't even say thank you. Chunk up.
No, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm figuring his curfew was 3.
And was probably trying to
get the wife
fed down.
Livid.
Was it a buck or a doe?
It had to be a buck the way it talked. I don't remember.
That's true. I mean, you can
I don't remember.
It is 2024. But back then, it probably would have been a buck. You don't know.
So I went on to the car dealership that I worked at the time, because I didn't feel like it was a good idea to go ahead and try to make it to Snellville. So I stopped in Loganville.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea to make it to the car dealership.
Well,
pull over and go to sleep.
I wasn't very far. I wasn't very far from the car lot, okay. And so I pulled up on them, made my way into a motorhome that was in the back.
Okay.
And I say that
I followed.
Made my way into it, and I laid down.
Sure.
I laid down and went to sleep, and I woke up the next morning.
3 days later.
No. Like I probably slept just a couple of hours, and I woke up on my back looking at the ceiling in that motorhome, thinking, "Where am I at?"
Yeah, I bet. Been there.
A deer talked to me last night. Did I imagine that? And I went out and I looked at my car, and there was a little bit of deer hair in the front, like where the headlights at.
Left side or right side?
Driver's side. So I obviously clipped it as it was coming around. I didn't slow down enough.
He thought you did after he talked to you.
Yep.
Um,
That is a true story.
Go ahead, Chris.
Listen, I believe that you.
That's a true story.
I believe that you believe that.
With all the heart.
I believe that you heard a deer talk to you, and I believe that you fully believe that the deer talked. I would imagine that you are the only one who believes that deer talked to you.
So do you think for a second that it was just the Xanax, the cocaine, the marijuana, the ecstasy, and the freaking pain pills?
Yeah, I would say that had a decent amount to do with it. Yeah.
That would have a lot to do with it.
You know what I mean?
Everything.
You know what I mean? It's just thinking like narcotic cocktails over here. Yeah.
Y'all aren't open-minded, man.
Yes,
That's all I can
nobody's
tell you.
open-minded to that.
That's all I can tell you.
You know what I mean? I believe that you have hallucinated, got your facts mixed up.
I stand behind my
Hey,
story. The
I
deer talk.
stand behind your story. You know, I stand behind that it's a story, a fib.
I'm sorry, a deer's never trusted you enough to speak to you, Chris.
Listen, all they do is just mess up my vehicles. That's all
They do
care
that.
about.
You know what?
It's only a grace of God I haven't hit one in my bike
Maybe if
yet.
you opened up your mind that they talked, then they would be like,
I don't want to talk to them.
"You better slow down. They're gonna be.
No.
You better slow down. I got my family up there."
They're gonna be crossing. They're gonna be crossing. Why do they talk like? Or all this like a southern deer?
It definitely was
That's
a
like a
southern.
Texas deer.
It could have been.
You know what I mean?
It
That's
could
like
have
a
been.
Texas oil tycoon.
It could.
Slow down now.
You go. Let me pass.
that deer's got stocks and you know what I'm saying, the Exxon label. You know what I mean? That deer's good. You know, he's doing just fine.
I got to get home before the market closes.
Got to do some day trading. Yeah, that's funny, man.
So,
Oh my gosh.
so most folks probably, well, I would say there's probably nobody else out there that's ever heard a deer talk. I'm just guessing.
I bet
There's never been anybody sober that's heard a deer talk.
So this is something I think that, well, I hope everybody can relate to. I don't want to get y'all's thoughts on this or what y'all do. So I realized that whenever I go to put deodorant on, I use stick. I don't use spray or whatever. I use stick, not a gel. That I swipe. I count the number of times that I go up and down and put it on. So I just count to make sure I put on enough.
I mean, you do 2 or 3.
No, I go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do 10. I go to 10. So
you're messing with us. You don't do 10.
Yeah.
10?
How many do y'all do?
2 to 3.
Don't count.
Probably. Yeah. First off, I don't count because I am not a psychopath.
So how do you?
I don't know. Like, and I just go. I just go. I just continue on about my day.
Why would you not count though?
I'll see your ridiculous question. I'll raise you a good question. Why would you count? Is there like a counting to ratio you need to have here?
I'm not trying to answer.
Listen, I went out the other day and only swiped 7 times, stank the whole damn day.
I just don't.
You know?
I don't see how you do it without counting to make sure. Why would you not count? To answer a question with a.
I use the soft solid.
You know?
I use the soft solid.
Now tell the folks what a
The
soft
soft solid is exactly what it says. The soft solid. So it's a solid stick.
It's called an oxymoron,
but it's soft, and so I've got all the little holes in the top.
Okay, that's the
So
one.
I click it up.
So it's like a gel.
Yeah, I click it up a couple of clicks, but it looks like deodorant. It's just soft. I can't do the gel because it has alcohol in it, and it burns my underarms.
And it'll get them all messed up.
And I'll start hearing deer talk. So it comes up.
He like a damn popsicle. Derek's over there putting it on his arms. Brian over there like 1, 2, 3. The only time I feel 10 swipes is when I'm eating. You know what I mean?
It's my third day. I don't feel nothing.
I don't understand how you don't count.
Because I click it up and it comes up.
Now
and I just hit it.
I used to use a brand of that, and I didn't. I just maybe I need to go back to that.
You need to stop counting.
How often do you go through a stick?
3 days.
No kidding.
3 days.
Know. I buy the twin.
That's 60 swipes.
We was just talking about how quick the soap goes.
Yeah, he was talking like it's gone in a week and a half.
It's
you know what I'm saying? He buys a twin pack once a week.
Start 5 swiping and see how long it lasts.
Probably twice as long.
Now I feel like I need to do an experiment.
Yeah, hit you one side and one side. Here like 10.
I would need to date the date.
Could you do that?
God, yeah, he could.
Listen, could you do 10 on one side and 5 on one side for an experiment, or would you have to like match up the
match it up?
I would have to. I'd have to start with.
He would walk off balance,
and I would have to go 10, 10, and then I would have to date that stick and then see how long it lasts, and then
and then go back and do a 5.
and then
Yeah, but if you were going to
after
try
that,
5, you couldn't do 10 on one side of 5 to see which one keeps
He
you.
would walk. He would
there'd be
walk.
no way to gauge that.
He would have a leaned walk
Okay.
too. He wouldn't walk right.
Listen, that's fine. Listen.
I
We call that obsessive compulsive disorder. It's okay. You know what I'm
I
saying?
really thought that one or both of you would have said
Count.
y'all count.
No, man,
No,
don't count.
Brian can't hardly count. And I just don't. Because like I
So,
said, that's called OCD. Yeah.
all right, so that I have a little bit of that probably
You got a lot of that,
Yeah.
brother.
with
I noticed it the first day I came over here.
say, like, for example, the bottles of water in the fridge. I have all the labels facing forward.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense to me. It makes sense.
Canned goods,
In the
all the
pantry.
labels.
Because you're not sure. You're not sure if it's a bottle of water or
That's
not,
good.
and you want to
Well,
have that
it's-
label facing out
Well,
to
no,
make sure
it
that's a
just
bottle of water.
for the
it
looks
just,
of it.
it just looks better.
You know, is that
And
plastic bottled vodka right there, or is it water? You know, I need to see
And
that
hate to-
label.
I hate to confess this, but so and we've got it all.
Tell it all, brother. Get it out.
Yeah, free yourself.
It'll probably. Would you say the part we put the water in probably holds like 20?
Yeah.
Roughly?
What?
It
The part
does.
you put
It
the water-
does.
Well, on that one shelf we put.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
there's-
yeah. The one shelf that's
there's
got the
20,
stack
yeah.
on it.
So
Probably.
Sure, less than a case.
when
You throw those other 4 away, don't you?
no, but I really shouldn't even say this, but I feel like
You
I'm
just drink them
running
real
the door.
quick.
No,
Show you 4 of them.
so
Let it out. Let it out, dude.
when I go to replenish it, let's say that when I go to replenish it, because there's enough room, there's wiggle room in there about that much. Not enough for a whole nother bottle of water for a whole nother row, but there's about that much wiggle room. So when I go to replenish it, and their rows are kind of starting to move, they're not straight. I start on the left hand side, and they're up against the little ridge in the bottom, and work my way to the right. So that all the space should all be on the right. So if they get out of whack a little bit as people reach in there and grab the first 10 or 15 out, I go and I straighten them up when I replenish them too. Just because I want it to be straight, that's ridiculous. I know.
Yeah.
Now that I'm
that's
saying
psychotic.
that, I realize.
Yeah, that's
Makes
psychotic
sense.
for sure.
Makes sense to
It
me.
does
though.
not.
It makes sense.
No, he's got issues too, though.
That's
he's
got to be the grocery
he's
when
got
we work.
some-
Yeah,
for sure.
Growing up grocery.
Growing up
So-
grocery. Explain that to me. What is growing up grocery?
Our dad was proudly to say the youngest store manager of Piggly Wiggly at the time.
I remember your mom
Back
telling
in
us that.
back in the early 70s, and we grew up. Our first jobs, all 3 of us were in the grocery business. Clem Burns,
Right.
man,
Heard
God,
many
God rest
Publix
his
and
soul. Yeah,
stories and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Sure.
Foodland
Yeah.
was the spot,
Sounds
if
like
you
a
will.
terrible amusement park.
It
Foodland.
every now and then it was a rough ride, but we had some good times.
We
there.
grew up there a lot.
Yeah, we cut our teeth there,
Sure.
if you will. And so,
But I've got the other thing I've got to know, because I really figured at least one or both of you would say, yeah, I can. I only do it 6, but
No.
we need some folks. We've already asked Craig to verify that's deer tracks that you put up. But
Sure,
we need people.
sure.
I need some folks to comment. And you ain't got to put a big comment here on the YouTube thing here, but count or no count.
Nobody's.
I need, and you can obviously tell the truth. Count or no count, and we need to see if at least one person counts. And there's no shame in that, in my opinion.
There's shame. There's 100%
Yeah.
shame in that. Absolutely. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should seek medical help, professional help for sure.
I'm sitting here right now thinking of a couple of people that are going to say they count just because of you, Derek.
Yeah, just to go.
Just to help you.
Be honest,
Gwen.
count
Okay.
or no
All right.
count.
All right.
I want because I want to see if anybody else counts.
Why are you dressed up like that?
What is up with flannel?
Okay. You look like you're about to get to work or something.
No, dude, this is
Is that what you lay around the house in?
I mean, I got things to do whenever we get done recording.
Oh, okay.
You know what I liked
I got to
yesterday?
robe
I
15 minutes ago.
Got to go at the store. Got a robe on.
I got to go play this morning. You're playing.
I got
Brian's dressed, ready to go, and then Derek comes peeking around the corner at the top of the stairs and whatever. Oh, man, stop standing up on top of the stairs with a robe on. Put some underwear on, man. Hey, take 30 minutes to go put some deodorant on, Derick. Get ahead of
When it told me,
Yeah,
y'all ready to catch up?
like standing on top of the stairs. I'm just like, got a up the road shot or whatever. I'm just like, Lord, do I owe you money there?
Hey, Hugh, would you please
Yeah.
return to the master bedroom of the mansion
Goodness,
and dress yourself?
put some underwear on for me. Gracious.
He said, I got things to do when we get through filming. I got to
Yeah.
buy some more damn deodorant.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean?
I don't know why y'all give me such a hard
But Jared, you give yourself a hard time and we just ride it out. You start.
I live here. I was comfortable with my robe whenever I get up.
I don't even own it, bro.
I own too.
I just wear like gym shorts. You know? That's my lay around stuff.
In the winter, I put my robe on when I get up.
Sure, yeah. So that would do what you do. You know what I mean? Put your deodorant in your robe on. You know? Goodness gracious,
All
man.
right, we gotta.
I want to get him a coffee and ketchup road now. Gonna reach out to Keith and see if he can get his wife to get a coffee and ketchup road.
Ketchup road, that would be
Yeah, that would be
yeah,
fire.
that'd be good.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna come down and film in that this morning.
I did too, man. That'd have been funny. Oh my God, that was so
bro.
good.
Next time we do it on the morning, I think I might.
Yeah, we'll never do it on the morning ever again. That's the last time I do this. Promise you. We're gonna do it on Chris's schedule from here on out. Y'all trying to get up and go at
Oh,
7 o'clock in the morning, so I'm through.
Let's
I'm tired.
Yeah, I just need to grab this cake from Mama real quick, and then we can go ahead and go over there.
This guy again?
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey boys, I got y'all's cake right here, man. Oh, I got it right here. Wait till you get a load of this. Derick, come on, man. I got somebody way better. Hey, suit yourself, fellas.
Always go with someone you can count on. Emerald City Sweets is locally female owned and operated. They have been in business since 2019. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They serve soups, salads, sandwiches, and of course, cupcakes. They offer custom cakes and sweets for your every occasion. Located at 302 Pine Forest Street in Dublin, Georgia, they can be reached at 478-205-5385. Again, that's 478-205-5385. And their Facebook is linked in the description. Get your event done right with Emerald City Sweets.
That is way better.
You know what I liked yesterday about the video that you made, you and Shelly?
What's that?
I don't think it was planned this way, but it happened this way. The babies they were in the shot.
Yeah, they refused to not be. We would have had to like lock them, like let them out, or like lock them in the bedroom.
No, because Lady was over there eating,
Yeah.
and Chief was in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, where's Chief? Like, I hope he comes out. And then he
just comes like beatboxing around.
Swear,
looking like an elephant.
I did not know. I thought it was a picture. I didn't.
Well, it was a still shot, but there's a video to play.
That's why I liked it, because I mean, I didn't.
Did you not watch the video I made you?
No, he didn't see it.
I didn't know it was a video.
Dude, it was classic.
You gotta think. I worked 6 hours. I came home and napped for 2. I got up, showered, put on 10 swipes of deodorant on each pit, and I went to work.
30 minutes right now.
Straighten out the waters in the refrigerator.
Shamrock Beverage from 4 to 11, and so I was. It was a busy day.
That is a 2.5 minute video.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. I wasn't on my phone very much.
Hey, if you're working the window at Shamrock Beverage Mart, someone comes and orders like, let me get a 6-pack of Bud Light in the bottle. Do you turn all the little label facing out when you hand it to them out the window?
Like in the
carton?
In the carton.
No,
I see them doing that with the cans in the plastic. They got to try
in the
to
ring.
spin it in the ring, but not like break the ring. You know what I mean? Can't do it.
I will tell you, I'm probably the best bagger up there.
I guarantee you are. A lot of experience.
Yeah, I can flip the paper bags open.
A lot of experience.
I mean, I think you can make a video in how to bag.
Listen, my mom would agree. Deborah was in the paper one time when she was growing up, and she's telling me this all the time. The headline read, "Best bag boy in the business," or it's like "Best bag boys in the business." oh wait, they're girls.
No,
She made
dude.
the paper for like her and her buddy bagging
That
groceries
is
at
wild.
whatever, I don't know, whatever
Really?
country people buy groceries at. I don't
Where did she grow up?
I love that.
This would have been in Tabor City, North Carolina.
I love that.
Raise
I
up.
thought, dude, all my folks are from the Carolinas, man.
Hey, raise up.
You know, man, PD Pablo. You didn't get it. It's okay.
I just,
No idea.
I did.
Take your shirt off. Take your robe off. Twist it into your head.
Like a helicopter.
Look,
We'll
my
put you up
God.
on game after
Yeah, we'll
this,
get you.
man.
We'll get you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
man.
watching my
Talking
videos
about
today.
Chief and Lady.
Talking about Chief
Yeah,
and Lady.
reminds me to ask you about the XL Bully.
Yes, yes. So Uncle Steve reached out a couple weeks ago, 6 months ago when we last did our last episode, about the situation in London with the XL bullies. Last I checked, I think that they have kind of just put for lack of a better term, a stay of execution on the dogs for right now.
Mm.
They've just kind of like, we're just going to chill for a second. There's a lot of question on how to go about everything. I know that people in England made a petition about killing him and got over 600,000 signatures on him.
Dang.
And because of that, I think that they said that they're going to meet. The government's going to meet again. I think this week, and talk about how best to move forward. And as sad as it is about everybody having to like go through the process to get them registered and all that kind of stuff, I think that most of the people are just mad that hey, don't kill the ones that are like in pounds and like let us rehome them and stuff, and they just want that stuff changed. Maybe most people are pissed about having to muzzle their dogs and stuff like that, but I think they're more willing to do that, and just kind of bite their tongue about it, just as long as the ones that are like in the pound right now and in the shelters, just don't randomly go through and just kill them all one day,
That's crazy.
because you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of dogs.
That's insane.
There's probably 3 or 4 vet organizations over there that have said that they are not putting down healthy animals. We're
That's
just
good.
not going to do it. It's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
That's
Mm-mm.
good for them.
That is good for them, man. It's a tough situation, you know. But we wish them the best.
You said that they had 600,000 people sign
Yeah,
a
over
petition
600,000.
saying that.
They want the stuff changed. And like I said, I think they're more concerned with the actual killing of the dogs. Like I said, I'm sure everybody's frustrated, but it would be like if America decided to just get more, like way more strict about gun registration. You know what I mean? Like you can't just private a private seller anymore. It's got to be from a registered. It would be very inconvenient, but if like the alternative is that the military comes through and like takes everybody's guns, you bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? You're not happy about it, but you're just like whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where they're at with it over there. Is they're not happy about having to like muzzle them and chip them. Do all this crazy stuff. But if that's what they got to do to keep the dog, the alternative to that is having to put your dog down. And I think that everybody's just kind of.
So
I think the petition is mainly just saying don't put down. Let
Okay.
people rehome them.
Okay.
Don't the ones that are in shelters and stuff, try to rehome them, let them chill. Because even at the end of the day, they said that like, so the XL bully breed, they haven't even like qualified what that is yet,
Right.
and said like, okay, so this are the things to look out for. This is what an XL bully breed is,
Uh-huh.
and right now I think they're leaving it up to the judgment of police and court officials to say what is and isn't a XL bully breed dog,
Because
which
they've been trained with that and that.
no.
That's my
Yeah, yeah, and see, that's what it is. It's like you got different people who have no idea about dogs saying like, oh well, if it's got stocky shoulders or whatever, then it's
Right.
obviously an ex. They would get Lady confused, and Lady is
Right.
not. Lady's
Oh,
a
yeah.
mutt. Chief is a full-blooded XL bully, but Lady is not. Lady's a pit and terrier mix.
600,000 signatures is a lot of
That's a lot of
signatures,
signatures.
but I'm going to put it in perspective.
Okay,
You know how many people live in England to compare?
in all of England,
Mm-hmm.
like the UK,
Mm-hmm.
how many?
56 million.
That's a good chunk, 56 million. You're talking about,
That's about 5%.
About 7.5. Do better, England.
yeah. You definitely do better. You got to think that some of these people don't care. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be mainly dog owners.
yeah.
You know,
Good for the ones that signed. I hope someone forged my signature.
absolutely.
Speaking of that, someone has been forging my signature for meeting participation. I find that hilarious.
For meeting participants.
There is a group here in town that I do not go to because it's a different fellowship.
Okay.
And people in drug court have to attend so many meetings a week and get a paper signed.
Sure.
Okay, so this person has been turning in a meeting participation sheet to a friend of mine that works at drug court, like as a counselor, like CAC1. And I saw her at the visitation Thursday, and she said, I want to ask you a question. Do you go to I'm responsible? No, I don't. And she said, well, I've got a client that's forging your signature.
That's too funny.
Wow.
That's too.
So they're not going to the meeting, but they're signing
And they
my
chose
name.
your name.
That's what I asked her. I'm like, well, obviously, I'm not asking who
That's
it
so
was, but
funny.
why me? Like, I don't even go
That's too
there.
funny,
I don't
man.
even go there. I would understand if they would do it at like my group, but
That is
Right.
weird.
That's funny.
Wow.
It is funny. It's wild. It's funny. I like it.
So the other night, I was coming home from somewhere, coming down Mall Road, and you know where that's at?
I did. We learned the other day on the episode that wasn't
It didn't air.
right. It's
Which
an
one?
episode that wasn't taking
Both.
it.
Both
You know
of
what
them?
I'm
It's two.
30, 40 of
I'm
them.
coming down Mall Road, headed to Shamrock Drive,
Okay.
and I see this man walking up the sidewalk there, right by the football field, by the stadium, Shamrock Bowl.
Sure.
Oh, kind of late for a walk.
I hate that name, by the way.
Shamrock Bowl.
I do.
It's
I
It's
get
a
it,
bowl.
but like it's not. It should be a bowling alley. It should be a bowl. I get it's a bowl, and we play the football in the bowl, but
Let me
listen.
I'm gonna
It
stop
just
you right
I
there. I'm gonna
hate
stop
it.
you right there.
Hate it.
Reminder: this man is not from Dublin.
Correct.
That is like
Listen, it's a
in the face to everyone from Dublin. That is like
It's not. What other arena like that is called a bowl?
that's the point.
That's why it is a bowl.
It's a bowl. It's the Shamrock.
So nobody else.
Bowl.
So you're like a trendsetter now. Like, oh, man, we're gonna do
Carry
something
on with the stories. I'm
original.
afraid
You
we're
know
going
what
to
I
get
mean?
blasted in the
Chris,
comments.
Listen,
Chris,
blast me away, dude. It's a stupid name.
I think you're
It's a stupid
stepping
name.
out.
It's a stadium. You know what
You
I
need
mean?
to get a life jacket.
You need to.
You're getting out there in the deep end.
Water's deep.
You're getting out there in the deep end.
I ain't worried about
There's a
nobody else.
lot of Irish pride out there, boy. I'm talking about
Oh,
goes
don't even
back.
get me started.
Hey.
Don't even get
All
me
right,
started.
go ahead. Tell the
So the
story.
man's walking down by the Shamrock.
I've got Irish pride.
The
We're gonna talk
Shamrock
about this.
Bowling Alley.
We're gonna talk about the
Down by the
Shamrock Bowl.
Shamrock Bowling Alley.
There is a Shamrock Bowl.
I know there is. I've been there, but it's not named the Shamrock Bowl. Just keep going, please go. I'll random.
It's a wonderful stadium.
Absolutely. It's
Top,
beautiful.
top in the state of Georgia.
Sure.
It
Sure.
is top.
I'd like to fill it full of cereal.
Or grits.
That's a double thing, right? Yeah, boy, how long lots of cheese grits, you know what I'm saying?
From Jackson River.
God.
Give me a bowl of them.
Make it happen, Ryan.
You know what I mean? Goodness gracious.
With a side of Hungry Man shrimp.
Now we're going in a whole different direction.
Anyway, dude, so this man is out by the Shamrock.
Oh yeah. Oh, there we are. That's where we got on
Yeah,
hold.
the man is out by the Shamrock.
He's taking a stroll. In my mind, I'm like kind of late for a stroll. Wait a minute, that dude's got on slacks and a button down. What's going on with him? And as I look, like to make sure it's safe for me to turn left right there and looking for deer.
Because they do cross there.
You don't just holler out when you turn? I'm about to take a turn.
It's me, y'all.
Look out. Just letting y'all know.
Sorry about your cousin in Clark County.
Idiot, me.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
So I go to make the left and I see there's a car coming, but it's not coming. It's crawling.
Creeping.
Yeah, if you will.
Creep.
And I'm like, okay, I had plenty of time to pull out. So I pull out and I see the guy and I see what's going on. It is a woman with the window down driving this big SUV. And she is with the guy walking down the sidewalk. And all I can think is she's like, Well, get your ass in this truck.
They may have had a spat.
That's my point.
That's good.
That's my
Spat.
point.
You know
But
what I
where
mean?
did the spat happen? Like
How long had he
I
been
want to know.
walking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, did it happen at the stop sign on Brookwood, turning left. on Shamrock Drive?
I'm getting
Could
out.
have.
I'm
Could
getting
have.
out. Go ahead and
You
get
know,
out.
not-
Dang it, Wanda, I'm done with this now. I done told you 3 times.
Wanda.
And then he hops
Wanda.
out and he starts walking. And she's like, and she drives past him the first time.
Yeah, you know, we had
And
to circle
she's
back
like,
around. Yeah, yeah.
and then she turns around. She's like,
Yeah.
he's going to get arrested out there.
Yeah.
They stop and talk to him.
Yes. The whole like rigmarole of that whole situation, man. Golly,
It
it's
was
tough.
it
It's
was
tough. I've done it many, many times.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's never stopped.
I've hopped out.
Yeah, I've hopped out. I've been hopped out on.
Yeah, I've got off.
I've left. I've returned.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's.
I've hopped out one time, but it wasn't because I was mad. I played like I was mad. I just wasn't done. You know,
What?
I wasn't done, bro. It's like 11 o'clock on a Friday or Saturday night downtown Athens.
Trying to. Then everybody's trying to like, oh, let's
Then
just call it a
11
night.
we're going home. We probably had a babysitter at home. You know, Christian's
Yeah.
probably 2 or 3 years old. You know, we got to go. We told him we'd be back by midnight. I'm like, I ain't done.
Yeah, I'm not tonight.
So I start a fight and hop out. Well, I'll just get out.
Yeah, you don't want me around. I'll just leave now.
Bye.
Yeah. Oh, she'll leave you so fast.
And she did.
Hey, get out. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Hey,
Weird.
find your way home. You know where you live.
It's fine. It's fine.
So yeah.
I went to Walmart last
How many?
weekend.
Both of them? Did you go to Cochran as well?
To what?
I mean, there's only one in Dublin.
I went to the Walmarts then.
No, that doesn't. That's not. It's not the problem.
To the
The
Walmarts.
Z wasn't the issue. It's the plural of the Walmart.
And I get out of my truck, and as I'm
Pesky
getting out,
ass.
I see Ricky and his bride. Ricky
Ricky Bobby.
I see them. He's probably 20 yards from me. They're coming out of the Walmarts. And so I throw my hand up real big and wave it around like this and holler out, "Hey, Ricky!" Just to get a laugh out of Ricky.
Like very animated, kind of
Yes.
comical. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay.
And his wife smiles real big because she realizes as I approach him, I tell him, I said, "Yeah, I was trying to get you to laugh." I said, waving real big and stupid like that. I'm not even going to ask Brian because I have no doubt that he does that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I like to do that. You know, if I'm coming through the checkout after I've already checked out the self checkout and headed, to the lady to show her my receipt. If I see somebody in line as I'm going by, I'll always throw my hand up and wave at them too. It's not to embarrass them, but it's just to try to get them to laugh. There's that stupid old Derick, whatever. As I'm leaving the WalMarts, but it didn't faze Ricky a bit. He thought it was funny.
He can take it.
Do you do that, Chris?
No.
You try to. You don't.
No, I don't. Maybe like once every now and then. I, as a general rule, don't try to interact with people.
You just
You just keep it pushing. You might go the opposite way. You know what I mean? I mean, if I see somebody and I'm just like, well, I can either do what Derek likes to do and be very calm, or I can keep my mouth shut and I can go around the corner of this aisle and just hide, and maybe they won't see me. I won't have to talk to them, and I'm gonna go with option B. I'm gonna go for the latter. I'm not. I just don't like to
interact,
which is crazy. The industry and the field that I work in, I just don't like people and interacting with people. Isn't it crazy? Wow.
I'll do it.
You do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brian does it all the
Yeah.
time. Let me tell you what. That's nothing. Brian will do this one all the time. This gives me anxiety. So Brian, like if say we're at work or something like that, and we've got to go to the store. You know what I mean?
Y'all do this often.
Yeah, we're out on the town a pretty good bit and stuff like that, or we might be at a game. He'll do it like a Hawks game, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just me and him out in public, and he'll see someone that we've never seen before in our lives. Okay,
Somebody you don't even know.
no, doesn't know, have no clue, never met him, nothing, and we'll just like say it's a person like at the grocery store. We'll just walk by. I'm keeping my mouth shut, and Brian will just be like, "Ricky. Good to see you, Ricky. How you been? All right, man. Hey, man. Tell the family we have been doing well, man. All right, we'll catch you the next one." And like these people are confused because this person is not Ricky. This person's probably like Judd or something like that. You know what I mean? The farthest thing from Ricky. But listen, I don't think I've ever heard anybody say like you got the wrong person.
They just go.
They just go with it. They're just like, hey man, hey,
That guy's
been
for
doing good.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Been doing all right, man. They all let him know you said it. Appreciate it.
That guy's convinced
Yeah,
he
and
knows
he's
what he's
just like,
talking about, so I don't
I
want to
guess
ruin
my
his
name's,
day.
I guess my name's Ricky now. You know what I
I
mean?
look like Ricky. I did it the
Yeah.
other day at the funeral home.
Listen, he does. Yeah, that's a little bit different. You can make one up, but you definitely did it.
So, until
Had a visitation, bro.
have you
He's got no shame.
have you seen
No shame.
have you seen
He's like,
him
this is a good time for a joke.
in Walmart whenever
Which one?
Yeah, that's the lady.
Oh God, this is great. God, here we go again.
When he asked, when he asked the
Oh
lady,
my God.
"Oh, Gail Lewis," yes, about Gail Lewis.
Yeah, I've seen that. He sends me that video every time.
Is there anything wrong with you? Can you flash? Can you?
Very possibly. I could try to get it up there. I could try to get it.
I'm gonna make sure I still got it.
So
Yeah,
you
man,
better. If you don't, I do because I think you sent it to me.
Now, I sent it to both of y'all, so I do have it on text
I
thread.
delete everything, bro.
You do not. Stop
So,
it.
and for those that don't know, Gail was retired from Walmart.
Gail Lewis,
I need that on a
10
t-shirt.
years,
huge TikTok
and
star.
it blew up on TikTok
Yeah.
for about I don't know.
It's
several
still
weeks.
going. It's still
It's
going
still
strong.
going. She did it like
So-
a cop as their last day.
Yes. Yeah.
Talking out 10-year veteran.
Gail Lewis.
Gail Lewis for president.
Brian goes
2024.
into Walmart's at least twice, and
I've done it. I've done it. I've done it 3 times.
asked the young girl waiting on
Yeah.
him in videos,
Yeah.
asking her if Gail's working today. And it's serious.
I'll take my phone.
Serious about it.
Oh,
Put it like in your pocket, trying to get in.
tissue in
Mhm.
first.
So it's simple. I know. Yeah.
That is creative.
That was the first time I did it. It was too low in the pocket, and all you got was the audio. Like the shirt cut off the camera. So I'm like, I got to fix it. So I had to live and learn.
That is professional.
Live and learn. So I
You know,
put some tissue in there, and I go in and I did it like that.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting in line for it. So I go up and I got it the second time with the video and the audio.
Yes.
And then
It's funny. It's funny.
for those that don't know too, if you did. Yes,
Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna just pause for a second. Let them get it all out. Jesus. Now they're like both just nobody can talk. Nobody can talk. Everybody's just like breathing. They're just trying not to die. They're just like playing off of one another. And here we are. If you want to skip forward in about 5 minutes from now, they should be done. 5 to 10 minutes. Just skip forward.
If Mick, I'm trying to get it out. Is Mick working? And she just says, Mick? And Mick Mars.
Who is the former guitarist for Motley Crue?
Yeah, and the chick in this video is younger than me. She has no idea.
She's mid-20s.
Yeah, she's like
She
20.
doesn't even know what a Motley Crue is.
Yeah, she has no clue.
He asked if Mick Mars is working, and then
Yes.
she asked you what.
And she said, what department?
She said that from Gail Lewis. What department?
And she said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, Kim and Vince had a falling out.
Yeah.
He may not work here anymore. Something.
Good job.
I died. And if you don't know who Vince and Mick are, it's not as funny. But if you know,
I obviously did not know who Vince and Mick are. Funny.
it was hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know who they are.
Maybe
I didn't know who they are.
I was in the drive-thru at Zaxby's the other night, and I happened to be on the phone with Derick and JJ.
Oh, this was fun.
And I ordered 2 nibblers, was it?
Yeah.
Hey, let me get 2 nibblers.
Sounds pretty.
And she's like, can I get you anything else? And I'm like, maybe was I talking about the water?
Two neighbors.
You and JJ were having a conversation. She said, "Only get one." 'cause
That's
she's
right.
trying to help you out.
That's right.
And then you
Only
said,
one water?
One
"Only
nibbler.
one nibbler."
Oh, only one nibbler.
Because it was late. It was late. It was like 9
A
o'clock.
nibbler's like that.
Yeah.
You can just buy one nibbler?
No, she was.
Yeah, you can.
You can, yeah.
And then she was trying to help
She's
you.
trying to help me out because it was 9
That seems
o'clock.
like a
That's when
chicken
you,
mini thing.
when you whenever
I don't know if I
she
could
said
eat
that,
one nibbler.
you asked the lady on the drive-through when you were at the speaker box, "Let me get one of them no fat nibblers.
That's what I
You
said.
make
I
it
forgot.
two
Yeah.
low fat nibblers. And then she started laughing. And
So
then
when she started laughing on the other end, I knew I had her. I knew I had someone that's got some personality that I can clown around with.
Wasn't looking through the register.
That wasn't taking life so seriously that day. So once I see a crack in the armor, I'd take off with it, you know.
funny.
And I feel like, okay, now I can have fun with this person because they've opened up that door. That's just how I perceive it. So I'm standing there and I'm having this conversation on the speaker with her, and she's getting ready to give me the total. And out of just pure excitement, I see a raccoon coming from the woods, running to the trash can area, to the dumpster area. Like, no kidding. And a cat. It was a raccoon and a cat hanging out. And I was like, whoa, you got a raccoon out here at your dumpster, a trash panda. Oh my God, that is so cool. And she says, do you still want the nibblers? And I said, yeah, girl, I'm not going to eat the raccoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then I drove up, and we just had a good old time, man. We just laughed
It
about
was funny. So my challenge to
whatever.
you is to try to audio record those sometimes.
Okay.
Seriously, and then we
I
can
can do
dump
that.
them in.
I can do that.
And I don't know if and again, I'm not trying to give you more work as the producer.
No, you've been doing that all episode. Don't worry.
Producer, the all that, the sound guy, and everything else. Maybe we can dump in the mic one too. I don't know if we can have the people's face in there. That's the only thing.
I got one that's no face.
You're definitely looking to you're getting into some
Yeah, I don't
cloud
want
and
to- yeah.
judgment areas.
I don't want to put that one on her, but
Um,
the first one I did with Gail Lewis, there was no video.
Yeah, it was
You can just hear it because my shirt was blocking the camera.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I love it, man. I get the opportunity to do that kind of stuff all the time when I DoorDash.
That's good.
It's just fun, man. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't DoorDash if I couldn't have fun. I mean, there's a little bit of money to be made, of course. That's an incentive, but the fun that I'm able to have interacting with people
our funds are so different.
They are. They really are. They really are. There ain't no doubt
That's all
about
right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about doing a new segment, if you will, on the podcast. Probably not going to be something we do every week, especially when we have a guest. Which again, I'll say we have some.
And it's called Derick's Tick of the Week. You know, what did he freaking OCD out on today? You know,
That could be one we sit down at the drawing board and try to sketch up. This one we are calling Minimal Criminal. Minimal Criminal. Because I enjoy reading about what these guys go to jail for.
Now, Chris, how's he gonna read this? Is he gonna read it like he's
Anyways, what is so this? You said this is a news story?
This is a press release from the Camden County Sheriff's Department.
Okay.
Now I've got the story first. Old Daquan.
Old Daquan.
Now the press release is on the back.
Okay, so listen.
I can tell the story.
Yeah. Tell the story, set it all up. But when you get to the actual news release, I want you to be. You don't have to be like an on the site reporter, but I want you to be like Frank Malloy. I want you to be
Frank Malloy. I
just animate it, and I want you. You know,
over the top. Go over the top.
It seems that Daquan.
Yeah. Like okay, I got you.
Read it like you're reporting on the news. You know,
the press release.
Yeah, when you get to that point, the press release, you get one chance at it. I want to see how you do. That's a good idea there.
See if he can.
See if you can do it.
He's got
call Celine for a job interview.
Yeah, career opportunity.
I think he's got about a 50-50 shot.
Get my little buddy over here. All right, I'm just going to tell you the story.
Let's hear about Daquan.
As just a normal. So the sheriff's office questioned the motives of a man behind bars the same day that he was released. Okay, what happened is Daquan Jones in Camden County, and thanks to Leslie for sharing this, I believe on her Facebook page, and I saw it, and so I went and printed it. I think that's how I found it. I'm pretty sure, man. So in 2017, there was a residential burglary in Camden County, and there was a BMW taken from the home. Fast forward 2 years later, warrants were obtained for the burglary and the motor vehicle theft.
It's wild that he just kept this
2
BMW for 2 years. It's just a stolen Beamer.
And he apparently went down to Florida, if I'm reading this right. And so they arrested him, brought him back up. He spent 7 months in jail and was released on November the 12th. Again, this is back in 2019. So he was released at 1:33.
Okay.
The court ordered him to no longer stay in Camden County. So he was basically kicked out of Camden County.
Okay.
Not a good feeling. 2 hours later at 3:28, Daquan was arrested again for motor vehicle theft. This time
For the same thing.
Same thing
Like a
in
couple hours
Woodbine. In Woodbine.
Dang, dude.
All right, so here's the press release. Here's the news.
All right, let's hear it.
And you want this done?
Yeah,
like
I want it
animated.
Yes,
Here we
you
go.
are
Here we go.
on the broadcast.
I'm gonna pitch it to him too. if I can
And
do
now
that.
reporting live from the scene. Senior
So I'm
reporter,
on the scene.
Brian Collins.
I'm on the scene, right?
Sure. You know,
So I'm
we'll
not
have-
at the news
yeah,
desk.
No,
Right,
I mean
right.
you can be at the news desk for more information. We'll shoot over to the news desk for Brian Thomas.
You want me to
I think
be?
that's the way you do it. That's the
Okay,
way
Okay,
you
so
do
I'm at the table.
You're at the table.
The sports guys over there.
Yeah.
it. And the top story for tonight.
My co-anchor.
Brian, can you please tell
All right,
us?
so that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. And there's gonna be a picture of Daquan. Not. Yeah, technically, there's gonna be a picture of Daquan. All right.
Is that something else I got to do?
No, I don't think you do that. Daquan's already been put out there.
Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm nervous. Let's roll.
All right.
Whenever you're ready.
Pitch it to him.
And now we're going to pitch it to Brian. Brian has a top story about Daquan. Brian, take it away, please.
Thanks, Derick. It seems upon Daquan's release from jail at 1:33 p.m., he walked about 2 blocks from the Camden County Sheriff's Office, saw a truck, and decided to steal the truck from the workers that were working on a house in Sheriff Jim Proctor's neighborhood. As the workers saw the truck being driven away, they called to report the truck was stolen. A few hundred yards from the theft scene, Sheriff Proctor's brother saw the truck unoccupied and still running. Deputies converged on the location and located Daquan Jones as he attempted to get back in the truck and drive away. Daquan Jones was arrested once again for theft of a motor vehicle. Daquan is now back in the Camden County Jail. Daquan is either very unlucky, likes the Camden County jail food, or is a minimal criminal. Back to you, Chris.
Listen, that's very good.
That was good.
That was very good. Very good. You could tell that you were nervous though because you did it so fast.
I was very nervous.
If you
but that's
slowed it
good.
down a step, dude,
Put me
you'd
on the
been
spot.
perfect. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You'd have been perfect.
I like
had
it.
it.
I like
That was
the
good,
speed of it. I thought.
Yeah,
very
You're a
want-
radio host, like a TV host. You
good.
know what I mean? Have the expertise in there.
I like that.
Oh, sorry about your luck, Daquan.
No, that's
But I couldn't.
Thanks for joining the podcast,
putting on
Daquan.
deodorant.
I know you could.
listen.
Don't
Anyway,
forget to leave a
apparently it would
comment.
last for 20 minutes, which is weird.
Next one you bust the top on, I want you to mark it on your stick. What day you started? Do 10 swipes. Mark it on your calendar if you have
So,
to.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that now. I think based on what y'all said and maybe any comments that we get, I got to back it up some. That's money I'm throwing away. I mean,
I agree. But this is going to show you. This is going to show you. You got to start at 10 to get the baseline because that's what you're used to doing.
If I can do that now,
Really?
I don't know that I can go to 10. I thought 10 was like the norm.
No, 10 has never been the norm.
Tell you what we're going to do.
Not once has 10 ever been like, oh, this should be.
This is what we're willing to do.
It don't say it on the instructions or anything.
I step off into the murky
Hey,
water.
what's understood doesn't have to be explained, Derek.
That
I don't
is a very
know.
true statement.
You know what I mean? I don't know why this is this.
You're
not
gonna
a-
step
issue
off in
I
murky
have.
I'm
waters.
gonna step off in murky waters. You know, I do this
I'm not.
sometimes, especially at the end of the
I'm
episode.
staying
You
on
know,
the shore.
I'm staying, man. Coffee and Ketchup's gonna buy you a stick of deodorant for purposes to do this trial
For this experiment.
for this experiment. And we're gonna buy you 2. We're gonna dig deep. We're gonna buy you 2 sticks. Your choice. Same as what you use. First stick you're gonna date, put on a calendar, and you're gonna figure out how long it takes you to use that stick on 10 stripes on both arms. And then the second one,
I'm gonna have to do.
I think you have to. It's the first of the year. And then it'll be something we can talk about.
Yeah,
Deal?
I'm curious now.
Me too. Thank you for your participation.
What the hell did I do wrong to get where like I'm doing deodorant experiments with these two. Like I've made some poor life choices. You know what I mean? You know, you're 7, 8, 9 years old. This is not exactly what you're dreaming
It
and
depends on
putting
your
on the
perspective.
drawing board. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's back then. You know what I mean? The 88. Listen, I've made a bunch of poor life choices. I'm not sure if I deserve this though. Anyways, listen, we're gonna wrap it up, man. That's a good long episode. Here we are, been about an hour. We appreciate everybody tuning in as always. If you have not already, please like the video, comment down below, count or no count. Everybody just put no count so we can put this to bed.
Oh,
And we can just continue moving forward. Please, if you have any suggestions on something else you'd like to hear us talk about, or any guests or anything, we got some definitely guests coming down the line. We're getting everything finalized and worked up. But stay tuned for that. Thank you as always to Buckeye Preferred Services and Emerald City Suites. Make sure that if you need either one of their services, reach out to them and tell them that you saw them on Coffee and Ketchup. Let them know that their advertising space on here is working and helping them out as well. We like to each hand wash each other, and we like to be mutually beneficial. So make sure you let them know, hey, saw this because of Coffee and Ketchup. Let them know.
let me slip this in. I was
Slip it.
in Emerald City Suites yesterday, and I'll be danged if
I believe that.
they were still talking about coffee and ketchup to some customers that obviously did not know who or what we were, and got them to subscribe and
That's
watch.
crazy. You
That's
think
awesome.
everybody in
Still
Dublin
going
would know
strong, man.
what we got going
Yeah,
on?
they're still going strong up there. Regina and Tammy and all the gang. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all very
Absolutely,
much.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Thank you so much. Anything else, gentlemen?
Nope.
All right. Well, it's first thing in the morning on Saturday morning. I'm tired, but I still got to go to work. And I think that is it. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go watch Derek put his robe back on, and we will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.